are so many benefits to doing a mindful movement practice on a regular basis. Some of the benefits include, I wrote out these bullet points, so I'm just reading it to you because it's hard to keep them all in my memory at once. There's a lot of them. Increased muscle tone and strength, increased endurance, improved flexibility, better balance and coordination, improved mental focus, better cardiovascular health, feeling more in touch with the inner self, reducing depression and anxiety, reducing stress and tension, heightened sensitivity and awareness of what is good for us versus what is bad for us, increased sustained balanced energy, improved back and spine health due to improved core strength and circulation, reduced fatigue, better digestion, greater patience off the mat. Yoga helps us to cope more easily with the natural process of aging and possibly slow its progression. On a related note, yoga can be one of many holistic tools that we can utilize to help us to get through the hormonal changes associated with perimenopause and menopause.
Perimenopause? I have no idea what that's like.
By allowing the body to bear its own weight, yoga can be a part of a long-term plan to prevent bone loss and maintain bone health. Yoga can also keep lymphatic fluid and energy circulating, combating stagnation in the physical body and in the subtle body or the spiritual body. And finally, yoga can bring a greater awareness of mind-body connection. So that list was by no means exhaustive. There are so many benefits to yoga that range from subtle to profound. Of course, many people swear by yoga, but there is more than just anecdotal evidence. There's also abundant science backing these claims, and I'll put some scientific studies in the links below so you can check that out for yourself. While you may not always experience every single one of these benefits every time you practice yoga, the more you practice on a consistent basis, the more you stack the odds for well-being, health, and happiness in your favor. The benefits begin to compound over time. So for example, improved core strength might lead to greater posture, which will then lead to higher quality overall energy, which then might contribute to a decrease in depression and anxiety. So you can start to see how improving one aspect of our being can start to benefit another aspect due to the interconnected nature of body-mind. So how does yoga help us to fortify the body-mind connection? Here's an example. When I was younger, I used to walk with my head down and my shoulders scrunched up to my ears, and my spine was always kind of rounded when I would walk. I carried myself in that manner for years. And in doing yoga, I realized that my upper cervical spine had developed this tendency to round, maybe not visibly from the outside, but I could definitely feel it when I attempted to go into certain poses. I realized that I had developed this habitual movement pattern of closing down through my heart center. I was subtly, energetically, and vibrationally hunching so that I could move through life without being open to it. So not only did yoga help me to recognize that this was going on, but it helped me to actively reverse it through the yoga poses called heart openers. If you're interested in checking it out, I did an unboxing video about the yoga wheel, and my next video is going to go into a lot of detail about all of the heart opening poses, and I'm going to also demonstrate how the yoga wheel can help with those. It should be a good one, so definitely tune in.
Be happy to see you there.
Not only did yoga help me with the physical side of that issue, but it also helped me with the emotional and spiritual side by helping me to become more curious, courageous, and open to people and experiences. Yoga has not changed who I am fundamentally as a person, but it has helped me recognize areas and aspects of my being that have needed help, and it's helped me to work through those issues somatically. So it's not just thinking about how I need to change, but helping me work through those issues in the template of the yoga poses. Yoga is so much more than a workout that sculpts the body into some ideal look. While it can make one's body more conventionally attractive, if that's what you're interested in, its true power is far beyond that. My channel is not here to make you believe that yoga makes life perfect, or that I have everything figured out, or that my life is in some way perfect. Not at all. I am not here to tell you that yoga prevents bad things from happening. Yogis and yoginis are still human. We still have a vast array of experiences coming into our reality, just like anyone. That being said, having a yoga practice does help us to better cope with everything that comes up. It helps us to extract the beauty and the meaning from all of our experiences, even the challenging ones. I definitely have my share of stuff to deal with. As many of you know, my husband has been fighting cancer for some years now, and he's still struggling with his health. And I try my best to support him and be present for him every day. I must nourish and nurture myself in order to be the very best spousal caregiver that I can possibly be. And my daughter, and then my son, and then I all just went through the flu, or it was a very bad cold. We're not sure what it was. It was pretty severe, but you know what? We got through it okay. Our immune systems dealt with it, and we survived. And, you know, that's just another part of life. Sometimes these things happen. As for me, I actually came out the other side of the illness feeling more energized and stronger, which sometimes happens to me after I've been sick. I just found out that my 12-year-old dog needs a surgical procedure, and they're going to have to put her under with anesthesia and everything. It does worry me a little bit that I won't be able to be there for her as she goes through this. She's a total homebody and cuddle bug, and she's not used to having procedures done on her at the animal hospital. It might be scary and it might be painful for her, and it's going to cost a lot of money, but we're going to do it anyway because our little dog has been a great source of comfort throughout my husband's cancer journey. She's been a comfort for him and for the whole family, my kids and myself too. So we don't feel that our 12-year-old dog is ready to be euthanized just yet. And so we're going to do whatever we can to help her stick around for hopefully a few more years. My husband and I bought our house 10 years ago, so, I'm lucky enough to be a homeowner, and I appreciate that every day. I never take that for granted. But let me just show you what our backyard looks like right now. Here's our backyard. So because you couldn't really see the yard very well in that last shot through the window, I will just take you out there and let you have a look. Okay, so we're out here in the yard. Let me just show you. This is what it looks like. It's full of weeds and grass and dirt. And we need to get it landscaped. And we actually called a landscaper out, and they're going to come and put some landscaping down, just some simple, low-maintenance, desert-friendly, drought-friendly stuff. We live in the desert, so not only do we have these weeds, which look pretty soft right now, and they actually look kind of cute and pretty right now, but they grow to be strong and invasive and difficult to remove. And in addition to that, we have these sharp, spiky, thorny things that hurt when you touch them. And so I can't really do yoga back here right now. If I try to, I end up getting poked by a sharp thorn or a sharp weed, and it's painful. Plus it's really rocky. There's lots of little rocks everywhere. It's not really a comfortable environment to do yoga in yet, but I am hoping that we'll be able to do that pretty soon. Okay, come on out. You want to come out? Come on. Hi. Hi. Good doggies. So sometimes I do come out to this nice little table and I sit out here in the mornings and I just try to find a way to quietly meditate out here and drink my coffee in the morning, or my tea, or my smoothie, and just start my day outside. And we're lucky enough to live in a pretty quiet neighborhood here in the desert, and we have some nice, warm, sunny mornings where, you know, I can hear the birds chirp, and I can just sit outside and breathe the fresh air. And it's nice and comfortable, and I appreciate it. It's always good to find gratitude for what you do have, and meditation and yoga help with that. So my point in telling you all of this isn't to make you feel sorry for me or make you go,
whoa, she's got a lot of problems.
It's actually to remind you that life isn't perfect, my life isn't perfect, but that I'm a caregiver, you might be too, and we as caregivers need to have lots of refreshed, abundant, beautiful, uplifting energy to give to those around us. It's beautiful to realize that there will always be frail and vulnerable beings among us, and that to make that commitment that to the extent we can, we will care for and support those who need our help to the extent that we are able. And a yoga practice is a great help with this. Yoga helps us to recognize where we can give and support others as well as ourselves in a healthy and sustainable way. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, OMish ones. Namaste.